One of my concerns is obviously that we do need to have a pathway, a clear egress route. I don't usually like to use the word escape route, just we have a path to move away from this tree. And that's also why I want to look at things. I've got large holes here that have been dug out. These are tripping hazards. You know, if I put my tools all out here and things, they're in my way. I want to keep things out of my pathway so that I can focus on the tree and have an egress route, that I don't have to be climbing over things. The window, where I'm going to be laying this tree down is going to be real tight to this post. It's got a chance that if there's any kind of a twist or roll that comes down, I'm going to want to keep that in mind. So there's a couple of things we're going to do when we're building the face and the back cut that you'll see and I'll talk about to help make sure this tree goes in the right direction. Concerns that you want to look for, especially because you're on the ground and you're making these cuts. If you look over here on this hill, obviously we're not working in this area, but it could be a concern. There's a piece of rebar sticking up. Okay, that's a huge problem. Not necessarily, if that was over here, that's a hazard. That's got to be identified and addressed so that I don't end up hurting myself on it, falling on it, tripping on it. Blends right in. Luckily it's on the side I'm not working on. Something to think about. You really got to look at your area and what you're building and what's happening. Building the face cut, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do that where I'm comfortable. Whatever side it is that I have the most room, its tree's not going anywhere at this point. If I'm doing a proper face cut, doing it the right depth, you know, I've done my homework, and I'm building this face cut, I got plenty of time, nothing's going to happen. Build it right, do it from where you're comfortable. Now, when you go to the back cut, that's where you really got to figure out the best and safest place to make that cut and then finish the tree. That's when the hazard happens, is on the back cut. That's when the tree gets to fall one way or the other, hopefully the way you want it to go. Alright, so we're going to start. The first one thing I've also done here is make sure your saw is sharp, that your chain is tensioned correctly, that it's functioning properly, that it's warmed up before you start. And one of the big ones I see people do a lot, they don't check to make sure their fuels are topped off, fuel and oil. You don't want to be halfway through the back cut and run out of gas.